Hey there, YouTube. This is Dan the Friendly Fat Guy. I just got out of a very cool thing. My youngest nephew, who is almost 14, is actually in a regional honor choir, and it kind of blows me away because this is the same kind of stuff I was doing at his age. I did band stuff. I didn't get to do choir till later on in school, but it's the same kind of experience. You get to go do fun stuff, and then you have this big performance at the end. And it reminds me of when I was a kid. Short little tie-in here. Today is actually also my dad's birthday. My dad passed away a week before I turned 10 years old when I was a kid, so before I got a chance to really do any of the stuff like my nephew starting now. My sister's a bit older than me. I always thought it was really cool that, when she did marching band and was at football games and everything, not only was my dad there, he was the loudest, most raucous, obnoxious parent in the stands. And even though it embarrasses the crap out of you, you feel really lucky to have people there that love and support you. So I was always excited about that, but then because I was a musician and I was into all that kind of stuff, but then when my dad died, it kind of was like, oh crap. And I will give my mom a lot of credit. She was there for every single concert I ever had, every single recital, every single basketball game, everything that I did, she was always there, and it means a lot to me. And I guess what I'm trying to get at is after the concert, I went and talked to my nephew. I told him I was very proud of him. I thought it was very cool. He's also very tall like me, so he towered over everybody, which is always so much fun. Actually, my fiance was there with me. She laughed the entire time. She thought it was the craziest thing to see my almost 14-year-old nephew towering above not only the other middle school kids, but also the high school kids. And I just kind of said, hey, welcome to my world. I'm 6'7", and so I'm a giant that way also, and he's right up there with me. So I thought that was cool. Anyway, back to what I told him. I told him that, I was very proud of him, and even though we live an hour and a half or so away, any type of thing that he does like this, going forward, I want to be there as much as I can be. And I told, my older nephew, who is 16, that as well. Because the truth is, and it makes me teary a little bit, all of these things that we do, eventually when we're an adult, we will remember some specific things, but the events kind of blur together at some point. And, you do remember certain things that happen, but what you really remember is the people who were there for you. The people that were around you, your friends who were there with you, who participate in the events with you, but the people who were there to support you also. It's so important, folks, to be able to tap into that network, and especially speaking as someone who is kind of socially awkward and didn't have that many friends, it means so much to have the people there for you. If you have kids or family members or family friends, anything like that, and they have a school play or a band concert or whatever it is, always try to go to stuff like that. Because those kids are going to grow up, and one day they're going to look back on it and they're not going to remember, oh, I missed that note, or man, I was flat, or or whatever the case. They're not going to remember any of that. They're going to remember who was there. They're going to remember the people that supported them and loved them, who are always there for them and were always in the cheering section, no matter how embarrassing they might have been. And so, I just wanted to share that. We all have things that are hard for us, and for me, not having my dad at stuff was always really hard, but there are lots of people out there, lots of kids out there, and adults doing stuff too that, you might be the difference maker. You might be the one that they say, hey, he might have been goofy or might have embarrassed me or something like that, but he was always there. And so just, sending that out to the world tonight. I want you guys just to kind of stew on that. And it doesn't matter whether you're the friendly fat guy and you take up a lot of room, or you're a friendly regular sized person and you just kind of chill like everybody else. Make your presence known. Be there for the people that are important to you, and make sure that just on the off chance that you're not there the next day, that they remember how much you care about them and that you made them a priority. All right, folks, I guess I'm going to get off of here now. This is Dan the Friendly Fat Guy signing off. Have a good one.